and welcome to a very special episode of Senior Living Live. We are here on site in beautiful Basking Ridge, New Jersey at the sales trailer of a brand new community coming soon, Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge. And I am here today joined by Kelly Adams and Joan Aranzullo, and we are going to be talking all about Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge, what you can expect when it opens, and everything you want to know to see if this is the community for you or your loved one. So thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So why don't we get started with introducing yourselves. What do you do for Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge?
Well, I'm the executive director for Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge. I was the executive director over at Arbor Terrace Mountainside for the last 6 years, and now I found a new home.
That's fantastic. Joan?
And I am the community sales director and spent a lot of time opening Arbor Terrace and Mountainside with Kelly as well for the last 6 years, and this is my new home.
So we have a lot of tenure here, which we're definitely going to talk about. So the first thing we want to go through today for everyone is about this community. So, we saw the construction earlier, we're on site, but let's start with where are we? Where are we located?
Well, we're located at 3066 Valley Road in Basking Ridge. We're located right across from the Garden Center, which is gorgeous. And it's a beautiful site in Basking Ridge. We have wonderful views. It's very much off the road. And like I said, the views are just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. A lot of nature.
For sure. Yeah, we noticed that as soon as we were driving up. And there's also a really cute little downtown area near here. It's a great location. So tell me, when you're open, what will Basking Ridge offer to its residents in terms of senior living options?
So we're going to have 80 apartments. We'll have the option of 2-bedroom apartments, 1-bedroom apartments, studio apartments, and shared apartments. We do offer 3 separate neighborhoods. We have our assisted living neighborhood, our Bridges neighborhood, which is specific to Arbor communities, and then we'll have Evergreen, which is a secure memory care neighborhood as well.
Fantastic. And you touched on Bridges a little bit. I love the Bridges programming for the Arbor Company. So can you actually just kind of explain to our audience what Bridges is? I think it's such a great program, and a lot of people probably don't even know it exists.
So Bridges is assisted living, but it's for folks that might start to have some cognitive issues, some memory issues. They might need a few more reminders. They might need a little more supervision. But, we're keeping them safe in an assisted living environment. They have their own dining room so that they can, be with folks that are, along the same lines as them cognitively. And the activities are tailored to that as well. So we're doing things that are a little bit more long-term memories as opposed to short-term memories. We're not doing current events, but we're doing arts and crafts. We're doing music. We're doing exercise. So we're keeping them fully engaged with where they're at.
Right, meeting people where they are. That's amazing. So we just talked about my next question a little bit on what's going to make this community special, special programming. But what else? You guys have been with an Arbor Terrace community for so long. You've been with the Arbor Company. What about Arbor Terrace communities make them so different from some other options out there?
We look at ourselves as not just senior living in the community. We really look at ourselves as part of the community as whole. We're not just senior living in Basking Ridge, we're part of the Basking Ridge community. So you'll see our residents out there, you'll see them shopping, you'll see them being active, you'll see them volunteering. So, we really try and get our residents as involved in the community as possible. They're members of the Basking Ridge community, not just in a senior living in Basking Ridge.
I love that. Especially, it's such a cute community. I can't
really
get over it.
I really wasn't all that familiar with Basking Ridge before I got here. And it really, it's big geographically, but it's got such a hometown feel to it. It's a very close-knit community. Like, you can just feel it. Like you said, the downtown area is really cute. Just a lot of, a lot of the people we've met, we've been out, pounding the pavement and meeting people, giving away coffee, giving away shopping bags. So we're really trying to get to know the community of Basking Ridge right now. Absolutely.
That's amazing. All right. I have one more question, really just about the community for you. And Joan, I'm going to start with you. I know we've got some time, but what are you most excited about for when the community is actually open?
I'm excited to see our first residents start to move in, and the excitement and coming to their brand new beautiful apartments, and everybody's in it together, and it's kind of like starting out, everybody is leaving their homes and starting a new life here and in their new home, and just the excitement about it and meeting everybody and just getting together, and everybody's just happy in this brand new beautiful community.
Absolutely.
So exciting leading up to that.
Absolutely, and it's going to be beautiful. We're going to show you that in just a second. What about you, Kelly?
I'm really excited to see our residents, again, become part of the Basking Ridge community. We do fundraisers for our local EMTs, our local fire department, police department, area events. I'm really excited to get to see them out in the community. For people, when, they see our residents out shopping, they know that that's the gang from Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge. So, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Well, we were lucky enough yesterday to be able to actually take a tour of Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge. It's still under construction, so we had our hard hats, but we took some video. We also have some beautiful renderings to show you. And so right now we're going to cut away to some more information visually about the new community. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this beautiful community and all those amenities to open in this beautiful, larger community. Of course, we talked about the building and what it's going to offer, but I want to dig a little deeper into the things that are really going to make this community special and make senior living special. A lot of people might have different connotations about senior living, but every time I'm in a building, I want to move in the next day, and it's because of, some really key things. So we're going to spend the next few minutes talking about some of that, and I'm going to start with engagement. And engagement is very important at Arbor Terrace and the Arbor Company. And so can you guys just talk to me a little bit about engagement, what it's going to look like, and kind of what makes this community different?
Sure. Well, Arbor uses a system called IN2L, which means it's never too late. And so it's a mobile program that we can use. We can bring it to each of the neighborhoods, and we can do lectures on it. It can help with arts and crafts. We can play bingo. So, again, we can bring it to whatever level those residents are at. So, it's a great program. It's very interactive. And it's just absolutely wonderful. I mean, really, you have to see it to really understand the benefits of it. It's a fantastic program.
Absolutely. And spoiler alert, we were able to get some residents engaging at a community that we'll show in just a little bit. Yes, engagement, so important. My personal favorite thing about senior living is not having to cook.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, if you don't, you can if you want to, but you don't have to. So dining, most people always looking forward to their next meal. what goes into dining at an Arbor community, and of course, what will go into dining at Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge?
Well, dining is super important. I mean, not every resident goes to activities, not every resident gets care, but every resident gets 3 meals a day in our dining rooms. So one of the things that's really special about Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge is that we do offer all-day dining, or like I'd like to call it, cruise ship dining. So, you know, in a lot of other assisted livings, you have a certain time you have to be in the dining room and a certain seat you have to sit with and certain other friends that you have to sit with. We just have our dining room open from about 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and you come in whenever you want. If one day you want to have a small breakfast in your apartment, which you'll be able to because they all do have small kitchenettes, and you want to come down later, you can do that. Have a early lunch or a late dinner, you're able to do that too. One day you're able to sit with this set of friends and the other day you're able to sit with this set of friends. So we really like that concept because again, the dining experience isn't just about the food, it's also the entire experience, and it's about getting to see your friends and making it a very social activity.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that's so special too is that it's a restaurant.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have servers and you can order what you want. It's a true experience. And again, I'm always looking forward to my next meal, so we got to talk about dining.
And Arbor tries to keep our menus very seasonal, so they're changed several times a year to include local fruits and vegetables, really fresh ingredients.
Fantastic. All right. So, of course, you just touched on it a little bit, but this community is going to offer care as it's needed. So let's talk about the care that's going to be available, and again, what makes that special and different.
One of the fantastic things, one of the things I'm most looking forward to is that our resident care director, she and I used to work together, and we're getting the opportunity to work together again. So, it's a really great experience because, we know each other, we know how each other thinks, we get along really well. And, that's really, really important. The relationship between the executive director and the resident care director is really important. And, the fact that, we have a long history together is invaluable. So, in addition, we'll be using medication aids. We'll have home health aides. We have LPNs on staff. So, we really look at it at every level.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, we have Joan and Kelly with us right now, but we were able to talk to some other people about these 3 topics. In New Jersey, Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge is actually going to be the 10th Arbor Terrace community in the state of New Jersey. And because of that, we had the opportunity to talk to some other Arbor Terrace team members, as well as your future resident care director and memory care director, about these 3 topics, what you can expect for these things in an Arbor Terrace community, and what makes Arbor different. So let's take a look.
My favorite part about the job, obviously, is the interaction I have with the residents. There's something special about the residents that we have here at Arbor Terrace. I get to engage with residents with mild to moderate dementia, which is sometimes challenging for a lot of people, but for me, it's something that I can embrace. I have a family history of dementia, my grandmother in particular. So a lot of the residents in our Bridges neighborhood kind of remind me of her. So I would say the interactions that I have with residents on a day-to-day basis is what I find most rewarding. It's the most enjoyable part of my day, aside from, I would say, working with my staff, but the residents and the interactions I have with them. And also, sometimes it's almost nostalgic for me with our Bridges residents in particular.
We're definitely making sure that we're in the direction that everything is fresh, that we're using more fresh vegetables, that we're staying away from anything that's frozen. Not that we are using that now, but we're making sure that we're using everything fresh and within season, and that we have menus that are within that season to accommodate the residents' palate. We're also looking into more of an education for our cooks in back of the house, so that way our cooks are more prepared for our residents and the palates that they're looking for.
So at my community, we have independent living, assisted living, and a memory care neighborhood. And every month we have an activity planning meeting, because for me, I really like to hear what our residents want to do and make that happen, because a lot of them have different interests, and some of our residents even run their own programming. So some of my favorite things that we've recently done is I had a resident who was a theater teacher, and my residents put on their own murder mystery play.
That is
and
amazing.
It was the coolest thing ever. Families came in, we had hors d'oeuvres, we had drinks, and they were the actors. They did everything on their own. They even went shopping with me to get decorations. They almost didn't even need me. they had their whole own thing going. So we actually said we might take it on tour.
Hi, my name is Janelle Regalado, and I am the new Memory Care Director at Arbor Terrace of Basking Ridge. What stands us out from all of the other assisted living is our Bridges program. Our Bridges program is our mild to moderate dementia residents, and we have a separate dining experience for them, separate engagement activities that are tailored to their cognitive function. And I feel like that in between is very needed in the industry.
Oh my goodness, so much that we have learned about this amazing community that is coming soon. And there's one last thing we want to touch on while we're discovering Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge, and that is the staff and the company behind them. So Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge, as we talked about, is going to be operated by the Arbor Company, which we've said Joan and Kelly have been with for over 6 years now. And one of the things that's special about the Arbor Company, is, along with their over 30 years of service of helping seniors, is something we like to call the Arbor Way. And the Arbor Way is the underlying values and service mission of the Arbor Company. And we have a great video to show you quickly about what that means to us at the Arbor Company.
At the Arbor Company, we are united by a single purpose, and that purpose is clear: to engage and enrich the health and spirit of our residents. It's through this purpose that we honor individuality and celebrate life. We look for ways to build deep, personal, and trusting connections with our residents and their families. This is our purpose. We believe in meaningful moments and delightful surprises. We strive to deliver exceptional care with every encounter. We do this because we know it makes a difference in the lives around us. This is our purpose. This is our promise to those we serve. This is our mission. We are not afraid to show off our victory dance. We look for opportunities to congratulate one another on a job well done. This is who we are.
One of my most favorite things in the world is to sit down with a resident and listen to their life story and really get to know them and connect with them. And then you find the little things that are special and you go out of your way to get them a little special something or remember their birthday. It's very genuine.
Well, I think for anyone coming into an Arbor community, care is the very focus of why people come. First of all, we get to know what matters to the folks that we serve and their families.
What makes Arbor Arbor is they care. You know, they say we listen, we respond, we care, but it's true. They do.
These are not just words. Walk into any of our communities and you can feel the culture. People walk the talk. And they do it with passion, they do it with energy, and they do it with a heart. And I think that's very much alive in our buildings with how people embrace the standards and the norms that are part of our Arbor Service Way.
We are the Arbor Company.
And we are on a mission
to be the best at what we do.
To provide exceptional care.
To honor our commitments.
And make a difference.
We do this for our residents and their families.
We do this for each other.
We understand the importance of a warm, safe environment.
We know that each life is unique
and deserves to be honored,
to be cherished. This is our mission.
This is who we are.
We are a community of professionals
who believe in working together
for the common good of all of us.
All of us.
And this is who we are.
We treat others as we would want to be treated.
with dignity and respect.
We are a place where you are recognized for the work that you do.
A place where you are valued.
We encourage teamwork
and provide opportunity for growth. Every team member lives the Arbor standards.
What we are and what we can be
is up to all of us.
This is our mission.
And together, we are the Arbor Company.
Oh my goodness. So, Joan and Kelly, you obviously have been living the Arbor way. We respond, we listen, we care for a very long time. Joan, I want to start with you. What does that really mean for you and in your experience?
In my experience, the Arbor Way is just, it's so special. We really try to go above and beyond with every single family and resident that's in our care, and to meet their needs. Everything is tailored personally to whatever their specific needs are or are not. I've been working with Kelly, as you know, for a very long time. Anytime there's ever an issue, of course, I initially meet the families, and then they seem to want to keep in touch with me, which is absolutely fine afterwards. But if I can't help them, I will certainly direct them to the person that can. And there's always a resolution. We believe so strongly in the Arbor Way that we have a 60-day money-back guarantee that is offered that is very unique. And I personally have never seen that come into play, but maybe once or twice over the last 30 years it did. And what that means is that if we there's always issues here and there, no matter where you go, it's going to be that way. But the Arbor Way is we really want to take care of those issues. And if we have not been able to completely satisfy and have done everything in our power to make you happy, then that 60-day money-back guarantee will certainly come into play.
Absolutely. And that letter is even signed by the president.
It sure is. It sure is.
I love that. Kelly, what about you?
The Arbor Company is they're very sure of who they are and who their mission is. Beyond the, we listen, we respond, we care, is the Arbor standards. And they include things like, accountability, knowing that we're going to mess up, but we're also going to make things right. We let every employee know that they have the power to fix a situation. So if a family comes to you, you don't have to say, well, call back Monday at 9 a.m. when the executive director comes in, that staff member is empowered to do whatever is in their power to fix the situation. And so, we make sure that all the employees understand this from, their very first day that they work there, that they understand about, that this is the resident's home and we want to keep their home looking to a certain standard, that again, we want to be able to fix problems, it really is ingrained in us that this is the resident's home and that we're very privileged to work there.
Absolutely. So fantastic. Well, there you have it. We have discovered Arbor Terrace of Basking Ridge, and it's going to be a beautiful community with amazing amenities, services, and staff. Hopefully, we've answered a lot of your questions already, but we're about to open up to a live Q&A, so find the Q&A box and get your questions going. I can see them here on my iPad. But before that, if you are interested in learning even more about Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge, you can call the number on your screen or go to the website, and Kelly and Joan will be so excited to meet you. All right, so let's get started with some of the questions we have. Joan, our first question is for you. Do you have available apartments?
We actually do. Yes, we do. Since we are just under construction and getting started, we have actually a few deposits already, and we do have available apartments. We have some beautiful one and just a couple 2-bedroom apartments left. Plenty of studios, and yeah.
Fantastic. And I've seen the views from some of those apartments. Definitely get that right apartment as soon as you can.
There's not a bad view from anywhere in this community. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful views.
All right, a question we get a lot, someone asked here, is this a buy-in community?
No, it's a month-to-month rental. There is a one-time community fee when you first move in, but other than that, it's month-to-month. So if circumstances change, you decide that you're going to move closer to your daughter that lives in Florida or your son that lives in New York, you simply give us 30 days notice and we leave as friends.
I love that. Joan, we just talked about the monthly rent.
Yes.
What all is included in that rent?
So basically everything is included except for phone and cable. There could be care levels added on, but we don't know that until after a nursing assessment is done because everybody's care plan is tailored to suit whatever their personal care needs are. So basically 3 meals a day, all of your activities, transportation, all of the amenities, everything is included in that.
So nice. Just one bill and
One
you
bill,
don't have to
and
worry about it.
That's absolutely right.
Yes.
Yes.
I see, again, I'm ready to move to senior living.
Yeah.
Me too.
Kelly, I'm sure you're getting asked this all the time, even though, we're still a little bit of ways out, but what is the expected open date or open time period for this community?
So we're looking into later 2023, probably towards the fall. If you go to our website, the Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge website, there's a little cam button there so you can actually see the progress of our construction. You can check it out in real time.
Yes, and it's very cool. You can even play around with it a little bit. It's very cool.
If you haven't been to the Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge website, it's really fantastic. You can see a fly-through video. You can see sample of apartment style. So it's a great resource to have.
Absolutely. And there's a place there where you can actually sign up for updates to receive updates about the community every month. So, of course, you should call Joan and Kelly and hear right from them. But that is another way to get updates as well. Joan, you already touched on this a little bit, but someone has asked, do you offer transportation services?
We do. We absolutely do. We have certain days that we'll do doctor appointments. They go out on trips, shopping, who wants to go where. The beauty of, we get the majority of the residents. Where do you guys want to go? Today's shopping day. You want to go to Target? Do you want to go to the grocery store? Who wants to go where? You need to go to the bank. So yes, we absolutely do have transportation, and it works out great.
Everyone in Basking Ridge will start getting used to that.
They will.
Bus.
Yes, they will. They'll know
all
us.
around.
It'll be all around town.
Perfect. Someone has asked us here, Mom has a small dog. Is that okay?
That is okay, so long as Mom can care for her dog. That is absolutely okay.
Yeah, we love the puppies.
Oh, I wouldn't go without my dog.
It's part of the family. All right. The last question we're going to have time for here today, and if we don't get to your question while you're watching this at home, we'll answer in real time in the chat function, or we will absolutely make sure that Joan and Kelly get your information and your question to be able to answer it specifically for what you need. But to wrap it up, someone has asked, what happens if I need a higher level of care?
So we try and support folks as long as possible, within Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge. I mean, it is their home and people want to stay in their home as long as possible. So, sometimes there's the option to add on care that our staff can provide. Sometimes it comes down to being able to add on a hospice service. We don't say that someone can stay here forever and ever, but we would certainly work with you to find the best option for you should that time come. But we really try and support people for as long as possible in their home, which is Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge.
Absolutely. And you only want to have to move once if you can help it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh my goodness. Well, I am even more excited for this community to open than I was a little bit ago. This has been so fantastic. Thank you guys for letting us stop by this beautiful sales trailer and talk a little bit. Like I said, if you are interested in learning more about this amazing community, go on the website, arborbaskinridge.com, or call the number on your screen, and they are going to be so excited to show you and tell you so much more. But until then, thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. And if you are looking for more senior living content, you can find it at seniorlivinglive.com. But until then, we'll see you next time.